Pedestrian killed by semi on I15. Researchers reveal a harmful fungus lurking in the dirt around St. George. And your weekend weather forecast with highs, lows, and everything you need to know for the days ahead.
You're watching St. George News at 5, brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Monica McLaughlin. A pedestrian was struck and killed by a semi-tractor trailer early on Friday morning on Interstate 15 near mile marker 12, according to the Utah Highway Patrol. Lieutenant Cameron Roden told St. George News the crash happened just before 6:30 a.m., and investigators are still trying to determine how the woman ended up on the freeway as no vehicle was found nearby. The southbound lanes on I-15 were closed at exit 12 while officials diverted traffic through a temporary detour. A secondary crash involving 3 vehicles occurred in the northbound lanes as drivers attempted to avoid delays. One person was transported with minor injuries. Troopers said the incident remains under investigation. There's a potentially dangerous fungus living in the dirt around St. George, and as new development stirs up the soil, experts are raising health concerns. Valley fever is caused by a fungus that becomes airborne and enters the lungs, sometimes leading to serious illness or even death. An infectious disease specialist and a University of Utah epidemiologist say many residents and even healthcare workers aren't aware of the risk, particularly for construction workers. Walter's team has found the fungus in about 8% of soil samples in Washington County, the highest rate in Utah. With wind, dust, and limited water, experts are urging people to take precautions, especially as growth in southern Utah continues. Let's take a look at your weekend weather forecast, brought to you by Casablanca Resort and Casino. In St. George, it's currently sunny and 96 degrees. Tonight's low will be around 67. And Saturday brings plenty of sunshine with a high of 90 and a low of 61. Sunday remains sunny with a high near 90 degrees and a low of 65. Over in Mesquite, it's currently sunny and 101 degrees. Tonight's low is expected to be 73. Saturday will be breezy in the morning with a high of 94 and a low of 68. Sunday stays sunny, reaching a high of 95 and a low of 70. In Cedar City, the current temperature is 79 degrees under sunny skies. Tonight's low will be around 54 degrees. Saturday will be breezy and pleasant with a high of 76 and a low of 47. Sunday remains pleasant and sunny with a high near 73 and a low of 51. A St. George man with stage 5 kidney failure is making a public plea for help as he searches for a living donor. Jose Joran, whose blood type is O positive, says a transplant could be the difference between life and death, with years of waiting ahead on the national list. He's currently on dialysis and recovering from surgery to support at-home treatments. Joran says his condition has worsened, and a previously lined-up donor recently became ineligible. He remains hopeful that someone in the community will help him live to spend more time with his family. A woman was injured Thursday evening after falling approximately 15 feet while rappelling at Dixie Rock in St. George. She was alert following the fall and transported to the hospital for evaluation. For more from the scene, here's Nick Fiala.
First responders were dispatched to the Dixie Rock tourist attraction in St. George Thursday evening, including the St. George Fire Department and Gold Cross Ambulance and Rescue after a woman reportedly fell 15 feet and injured her back while attempting to rappel down the side of the rock. St. George Fire Captain John Taylor described the scene and the woman's condition.
A female was rappelling off of the side of Dixie Rock, and she took about a 15-foot fall. We're not sure what caused the fall, but she was rappelling. On her rappel device, she impacted the ground and has a back injury. ANO times 4, Lincoln alert.
Sorry?
ANO times 4.
What does that mean, sir?
She's alert and oriented to her surroundings.
Okay,
So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The woman was reportedly transferred to St. George Regional Hospital.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to wewininjurylaw.com. I'm Monica McLaughlin with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5, brought to you by We Win Injury Law.